Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing well. So, here we have another question from the same passage. The direction for the question is answer the following question based on the information given below. So, the text is all about the climate change and stated about how uh, the political system is deteriorating and stating about how they are unaware of the climate change uh, for the kind of a danger that occurred in July 2023, which was considered the hottest month, isn't it? Um, Beside that, it is also pointed the political system in Western societies that respond inadequately. For that reason, many of the groups or protesters who who means made a kind of a protest. They are known as a Friday for Future and Extinction Rebellion. So it is also was stated that what how the political systems are incapable or inadequately respond to it because of their profit, or you can say that the industries that are getting the profit, even the passes latter, you can say that making a kind of a comparison with the tobacco strategy. um, so all such kind of a things are pointed. Even it is finally stated that expert communities and democratic communities to come together and find out the solution and work together to make the environment uh, pure and also means proper, isn't it? Now, and that is what we find out as we find out that it is a urgent, critical, and concern topic. The style of writing is nothing but uh, uh, what do we say that this analytical in nature. Okay, coming to the topic question. So, what does it ask? All the following can be inferred. It's an inference-based question, but at the same time, it's also asking except. All the following can be inferred from the passage except. So, the question assesses inference drawn from the passage. So, so all the following can be inferred from the passage except. It means of all the three options would be inference based, whereas one option may be different to that. Let's say that the choice which has been given here, the first choice stated private interests such as those in the tobacco and oil industries have historically employed tactics to weakening scientific consensus for their own benefit. Okay. So, two, expert knowledge is unequally distributed among citizens, posing a challenge to the principle of moral equality in democracy. Fine. Three, the responsibility to bridge the gap between expert knowledge and the public lies solely with expert communities, excluding any role for democratic societies. Fourth, democratic societies need to support infrastructure like science journalism to facilitate the dissemination of expert knowledge to the public. Well, look at the first option. The first option, which is pointed about private interests such as those in the tobacco and oil industries, um, have historically employed tactics to weakening scientific consensus for their own benefit. So this option or these choices, you can say that supported and can be called as a inferred from the passage. So this cannot be called as a except one. The passage discusses how industries with vested interests such as tobacco and oil industries have historically employed tactics to weakening scientific consensus for their own benefit. So option one cannot be the considering as a except one. So option two, expert knowledge is unequally distributed among citizens, posing a challenge to the principle of moral equality in democracy. Even this option is also supported by the passage. The passage discusses the right, unequal distribution of expert knowledge among citizens, which poses a challenge to the principle of moral equality in democracy. So hence, option two is not considered as the except best. It would be inferred, and option one is inferred. Look into the option three, the responsibility to bridge the gap between expert knowledge and the public. The responsibility to bridge the gap between expert knowledge and the public lies solely with expert communities, excluding any role of democratic society, any societies. No, at the end of the passage, we find out that the author suggested that expert communities and democratic communities, right, um, should come together, right, and find the responsibility. So the passage does not suggest that the responsibility to bridge the gap between expert knowledge and the public lies solely with expert communities. Instead, it emphasizes you can say that uh, collaborative approach between expert communities and democratic societies. So hence we can say option three is not inferred. It is it is considered as the accept, right? So hence option three would be considered as the answer. But let's look at the option four. Option 4 stated democratic societies need to support infrastructure like science journalism to facilitate the dissemination of expert knowledge to public. Yes, it is also inferred from the text. um, the passage suggests that democratic society need to support infrastructure like science and science journalism to facilitate the dissemination of expert knowledge to the public. So hence we can say option 4 is not the correct one. So it is 1, 2, 4 are inferred from the passage. Option 3, which is not inferred, or you can say wrongly distorted the idea which is given at the end of the paragraph. So hence the answer should be option 3. I hope you understood it. That's all. Thank you.